And we are live, Streamlanders. What is going on? Thank you for joining us for one of the last shows of 2025. I'm here hanging out with Mr. JayDee Calderon, Mr. Tom Hutchison, and we are here going over things that we either saw, picked up, read, because that's what every show does at the end of the year, right? It's a staple, and I can't do clip shows.
We're such followers.
But before we get started, I know a lot of people have had their ups and downs this year. You never know what somebody's going through. So if you can't be kind, then just leave them alone. And hopefully 2026 better for everyone.
If you can't be kind, at least rewind.
I like that movie. I liked that movie. Okay. It was very underrated. You know.
What are you talking about?
Be Kind, Rewind.
I don't know what that is. Be Kind, Rewind is just an old VHS terminology for stores when people wouldn't rewind their shit.
I know, but bro, it was a movie too.
Never heard of it.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
bro. It was Jack Black. It was
Oh, I know what it is now. Yes, now I know what it is.
That's why he forgot it.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I'm with you now.
Come on, bro.
I'm with you now.
Right there, bro. Most Def. There we go, Dave. Thanks for showing up, Dave. Thanks for showing up, Deshaun. Yes, man. Mikey, what's up, kid? Yes, I love JayDee also, but not that JayDee. This JayDee. All right. I appreciate that, brother. Here we go. We got Deshaun. What's up? Right. Dave, he's saying Most Def. Right. And notice the spelling. Notice the spelling, Mr. Calderon. That's the one
that's okay, man. I'm not really all that interested in dudes loving me.
Listen, I'll take anybody that loves me.
I know.
You know,
I think we're about to be kicked off the Facebook.
Yeah,
in 3, 2.
Yes. My producer is not the best. But he will still figure out how to make this work. The minute it's Jack Black, we all automatically forget. Yeah, I don't know. Some things he's good with, some things he's bad with.
There's 3 Jack Black movies
as the lead.
I can tolerate.
As part of an ensemble or cameo.
Well, a little of both. He's the lead in 2 of them, and he's cameo in 1 of them.
Okay.
So I'll give you the rundown. It's School of Rock.
Yes.
It is King Kong.
Yeah.
And it is the Jurassic Park. Jumanji movie. The first Jumanji movie that he's in with the other dudes. Where he has to play, the idea with his character is he's playing like this 18-year-old teenage girl becomes that character in the game.
Yes.
And he's fantastic. Like he does they all do a great job, but he does a great job in that sort of completely out of character. So those are like those are my 3 Jack Black. I can watch those movies.
Okay. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna step back and I'm gonna say The Jackal with Bruce Willis, where he's the one that brought him the machine gun, the Gatling gun, and he tested it out on him.
That sounds like a very small role.
I'm gonna say I Still Know What You Do last summer too, where they went on the island and he had the dreads and he was the weed hookup.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say was it
this is where you say Nacho Libre?
No, worse.
Worse.
I think it was called Saving Silverman?
Yeah, Saving Silverman, yeah.
Where he fell in love with Arlie.
Why are you picking the worst movies? I think you're picking like the good
because
Jack Black
if
movies.
You're not with Jack Black at his worst, you won't be with him at his best, bro. Come on. I didn't say Tenacious D. I didn't say it's Pick of Destiny.
That's a no good movie. That's a no good movie.
Oh, William chiming in. He's always coming in with the bangers. Tropic Thunder. Yeah. Tropic Thunder and his little promo movie with the farting family. That's a banger, right?
That's a good pick, though. I do like that movie. That's a good ensemble one. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good ensemble one. Yes,
Mhm.
yes. But I went deep. Calderon, your favorite Jack Black movies?
I don't have any.
This is just say Anchorman because he's in that.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, he's the guy. He's the guy that when he throws the burrito out the window, hits the motorcycle guy, and then he kicks the dog off the bridge. That's Jack Black.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, all right.
And then Jack Black. He's also in the X-Files.
Really?
As like a
the movie or the series?
Kid. No, the TV show.
Oh, get out of here!
He's in an episode about video games. In the original TV show. Yeah.
Okay. There was another Jack Black, the rollerblading movie. Oh my God, where it wasn't it wasn't Solar Babies. I'm going way back. If anybody remembers Solar Babies, no, there was another rollerblading movie, and he was young. He was in his teens, and he was the goalie in that movie. I just don't remember what it was.
Is it that rollerblade? Is it blade thing where they were killing people?
No. They were street kids. It wasn't a gang kind of thing, but it was like a wrong side of the tracks versus the other kids. But listen, I got my brother Diehard Derek coming in, and he's a big movie fan. I'm sure he has a couple of Jack Black favorites he could chime in with, right?
Hey, man.
What's up, kid?
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, what's up, man?
How you guys doing?
Good.
You caught me getting out of the shower, so I'm not wearing pants.
Jokes on everybody else, neither am I. Here we go. David chiming in with Airborne. I know, Flynn. That's my man. That's my
Yo,
man.
Hockey Dave, my guy.
Dave with the
You're
fucking Airborne. All right, here we go. Gwen L51. Hi again. What's up, Gwen? And then we got Daphne. Ask Jose what his favorite Jeff Bridges movie is. If it's not Starman, I'm not.
Dude abides, man. The dude abides.
Yeah.
Oh, Lebowski?
Lebowski, man. Come on. He's great in everything, but fucking Lebowski, dude. He's like, I think he's really Lebowski in real life.
He has become, for sure.
Yeah.
He wasn't necessarily it until Big Lebowski happened, but after the Big Lebowski happened, there's been a transition. Even his Kevin Flynn really was the Big Lebowski on the grid.
So call me crazy. I feel like Jeff Bridges has gone the Pacino route. So like after Carlito's Way, he wins the Oscar for Scent of a Woman, and now oh shit! I feel Jeff Bridges became the True Grit guy. After True Grit, he's totally different. He's not Jeff Bridges anymore.
Oh well, did you see his series? The Old Man.
Yeah, it's fucking True Grit. Just
True Grit. Right.
Like,
but he's not acting.
Yo, there's a great Jeff Bridges movie that not a lot of people know about that came out in the 90s, and you can't find it anywhere. It's him and Tim Robbins called Arlington Road. And a lot of people don't know about this flick. It's really solid. It's one of those thrillers where it's like he's neighbors with Tim Robbins, and I forget who his wife is in the movie, but they're like, yo, I think they're terrorists. I think they're like domestic terrorists and shit like that. And they become friendly, and then the plot starts to thicken, and then by the end, it's I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but yo, the ending, like, oh shit, all right.
Yeah, he had oh my God, I was gonna say Jeff Bridges. I
think it's Joan Cusack is the wife.
Oh my gosh, he had a moment that this guy had in Speed. What's his name?
Dennis Hopper. The other Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels, when he walked into Dennis Hopper's apartment, right? Jeff Bridges had that moment when he had right. But here we go. Calderon. I did not know Jeff Bridges was in The Last Unicorn.
He obviously did one of the voices. That's not my favorite movie of his. My favorite movie of his is The Seventh Son.
Oh, you're the one who saw it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm the only one that saw it. Yes.
My favorite Bridges movie is it's pure kid nostalgia. It's King Kong. I mean, I love him.
78 on the Twin Towers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, which is funny because they have such a great poster for that movie where it's Kong standing on both towers.
Both towers, yeah.
You never see that in the movie at all.
No, he wasn't big enough.
You barely see him scaling the building.
Yeah.
There's a moment that stuck with me, and it defies physics. King Kong stomped on the animal wrangler, the guy that had the Jungle Gym hat, right? Mm-hmm. Now, Did he drive him straight in the ground or did he splatter him? Because all we saw when he got up was the hat. There was no blood anywhere on the ground around it. There was no body parts mangled. Did they run out of money for special effects?
I love that you recognize this scene because that scene was only on the TV version.
Really?
Yeah. It's not in the actual movie version. If you watch the TV version, it's so bizarre, right? We always think like the TV is the retracted version.
Yeah.
The TV version has tons of extra fucking footage in it. Of Kong, of that foot stomp, like of all kinds of extra crap.
Really?
Yes. Shout Factory put out a Blu-ray a few years ago that had both versions on it. And because I would go crazy in my brain, I'm like, why am I not seeing this dude's hat? I know I've seen this hat before. And then I watched this version. I was like, there it is. Yeah. There's all this stuff that I had in my head that I thought
here's a quick
effect.
I don't know if it was in 86. It was mid 80s, definitely like 85, 86, 87. They made a movie called King Kong Lives where he survived that fall.
Yeah.
That movie's terrible.
It's horrendous. It's horrendous. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Starring Linda Hamilton, by the way.
Oh my god.
That's right. That's right.
You know, I thought that this one was bad when they gave him the Infinity Gauntlet to fight Godzilla.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? and he was using his son as the yo-yo. Yeah. You know, I was like, come on, man.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Pacemaker?
Hard pass.
Shout out to the 80s and all the coke that these producers did. You know, because we got some fucking bangers back then, guys. We really
Golden Globus were dealing.
You know, shit, man. Good shitty fucking movies. But like, all right, like you said that King Kong scene was only made for TV, or maybe it was, you know, cutting room floor that they added.
Right. Yes.
Right. But like a movie like Salem's Lot, right, was super fucking creepy on TV. I mean, there's scenes in that still.
Dude, as an adult, I still have nightmares about those kids coming to the window. Mark, let me in. Specifically, the kid that they buried, and then he comes up out of the coffin on what's his name, Lewis, whatever the fuck his name is. Anyway, that kid in the little tuxedo, and then he comes to the house later that night, but the kid's smartened up. He's like, oh, I just grabbed the cross from my little playset over here and get him away. That kid, dude, I've had nightmares since I saw that in 79 up until about 2 weeks ago. So yeah. Ooh. That movie freaks me out.
The scene where they're there's four of them in the crawl space. What was the guy that was always in the Clint Eastwood movies?
Juliette Lewis's father. Yeah, that's who I'm saying. The Lewis guy. I forget his name. Okay. Yeah.
And you see the four of them, right? They're all vampired out. It was two of them?
Two in the hole. Because you remember they went into the house and there were no stairs, so they fell down the thing, right? And that's where the coffin was.
Yes.
But they had this little like this little fucking being John Malkovich store, this little mini door there. And you just see them like the kids posted up, and you see two of them crawling through, like, oh shit, yeah.
They fell into that same thing that they fell into in Fright Night, right? The little dirt patch that they buried in and they slept in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, certain themes keep carrying over. Certain things, but here we go. Let's check out the chat again. Jeff Bridges. Okay, we said that. His last unicorn. Sam Jackson has been playing Jules since Pulp Fiction. Yeah, he's one of those. He doesn't act anymore. He just plays himself. Right? Yeah. Yo, what's up, Jerry? It's all the cocaine. Damn right. Those movies were staples on HBO and WHT back in the day. WHT. Damn. Yeah, Calderon knows what I'm talking about. Tom, did you have WHT?
I don't think so.
So out here in the New York area, right? We had either cable boxes that had HBO and Cinemax, right? And it was for me, it was a dial, right? Boom and boom.
Right.
Or there was a box that was just WHT. My family, it was either the household that had VHS, HBO, and Cinemax, or WHT and a Betamax player in the house. There was never a cross. You never cross screen. They either had this and that, or that and this, right? And I was talking to Derek about this the other day. I felt WHT was that middle ground between HBO and Cinemax because they played rated R movies all day, but you never got porn.
Yeah, you got the I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they didn't have. Did you have? You guys had a. You had a.
We didn't have. It wasn't. I mean, that's like saying Arby's and Carl's Jr. Like it depends on where you go across the country, and things change names, even though it's the same thing. So,
but you grew up in the West Coast or in the Midwest?
I was West Coast, but my dad was East Coast, so I kind of got a taste of.
Gotcha. Okay, so you had the Tarantino childhood, right? You got to see all the Japanese anime, manga. You know.
Oh, I did. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right. Like we had Kung Fu Action Theater here. Right.
Sure.
Calderon, do you remember
Channel
seeing
5.
Lone Wolf and Cub on TV? Because I didn't.
On TV?
Right.
No.
Right.
I saw it on VHS.
But I remember Tarantino saying he saw that on TV.
Sure.
It was a regular cycle.
Yeah.
Out there.
The martial arts stuff was a standard 70s TV show thing.
Yeah.
But same with Godzilla movies.
We just got a double feature on Saturday afternoons, right?
Yeah.
Channel 5 is like a double feature, but it was like the low budget dude from the takeout down the block with his friend on a camcorder.
It was either Shore Brothers or Golden Harvest.
It was either Shore Brothers.
Yeah, was it Shore Brothers? I don't think it was that good. Yeah.
No. Hello. Not all the Shore Brothers stuff were bangers.
You know what my shit was? His name was James Ryan, but he had a movie called Kill and Kill Again, and it's not an American made. I guess it's an American made movie, but it's kind of foreign. But this one in particular, like he's this dude, and they're like, "Yo, we need you to go on this mission to go stop this other dude that's doing like some shit." But then he's having like a tournament, so he rounds up no Asians in this movie whatsoever. Kung fu movie. And the dude's fucking kicking ass, like, oh, yeah. And every time he fights, like, yeah. So, I showed my kids that shit. It's hysterical. But, no Asians in this movie whatsoever. Like big black guy, another guy that looked like fucking.
So blood sport without the Kumite in Shanghai.
Kind of like. No, I don't know where it was, dude. It was weird, and I think he's going after like some Russian or German guy, and he's trying to like some fucking. It's wild. The finish is the guy shoots a bullet at him, or he's trying to kill somebody else, and in slow motion he runs with this thing and blocks the bullet. And I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me! But dude, I love that shit. I'm gonna send you a trailer so you can check it out.
It was the cocaine. I
promise you. Yeah, dude, it is wild coked up.
Yeah. Here we go. Going back to the chat for a second. Daphne, we were in HBO and VHS house. There you go, baby. Hey guys, how's it going? What's up, Ray? Flynn, the illegal cable box with the antenna aimed at the Empire State Building. Way to go, brother. I couldn't do that because I had two buildings in my path, so I couldn't get to the Empire State Building. U68 before they went to music video format. Okay. Yeah, dude. A lot of my childhood was shaped with that Saturday afternoon, Channel 5 double feature, right? Here we go.
I used to watch that before I found wrestling that occupied my Saturdays. Everything was like kung fu movies and low budget shit. So yeah.
No, but all right. You said before you found wrestling, Tom. I don't know if you had this over here. WWF before it went to the USA channel. Calderon, you remember Die Hard? You remember Channel 9 at
Superstars and stuff? Yeah,
three times a day.
No, not Superstars. Not this was prior to the LJN figures coming out.
It was around the same time, but yeah, prior. It started prior. They had like All American Wrestling, and then they had before it was Superstars and Wrestling Challenge. They had different names for it.
Did they have NWA?
No, so that's the thing. Yeah. Every now and then, our cable companies would tease us. They would give us like 2 free weeks of like expanded cable, and you'd get like the TNT channels and like something else, right? And then I'd be like, oh shit, that's NWA. That's pretty cool. Because I would only see about it in the magazines, but we'd get WWF at the time 3 times a day. One at 10 o'clock in the morning, one at 6 o'clock at night, and then they want to say 9 or 10 o'clock at night, all on Channel 9 and UPN.
Did you guys ever get the MSG channel, Madison Square Garden channel?
Yeah. Yes. And my dad used to have, back in the day, little boys and girls, back in the day, you would put a big ass satellite dish in your backyard. And so my dad had that satellite dish. So whenever we went to his house for the summer, we got to have the satellite dish, and he had all the crazy shit. Madison Square Garden, watching wrestling on that, all that kind of stuff came through on that.
That's my addiction. those house shows. Like I always wanted to get the feed from like the Philly Spectrum and the Boston Gardens and the Maple Leaf Arena in Toronto. But yeah, those house shows in the Garden. Oh my God. So they ended up taking cable away from us for years, like 10, 15 years. And then they were like, hey, we're bringing it back. And here's the package deal. And the MSG network was on that package deal. Oh my God. I lost my mind when I got that.
Yeah, I remember watching MSG Network with my grandmother, the old WWF, and seeing Pedro Morales. Oh man, I didn't know,
Tito Santana.
Yeah, bro. Oh my gosh, seeing an older woman in her late 70s, right, root on for wrestling when you're a 9-year-old kid. You're like, this is amazing.
Fabulous Moolah was wrestling when she was 70. Like that's
No, dude. My grandmother was into wrestling when I was a kid.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like Fabulous Moolah was like in her coffin and she was wrestling still.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. We got the chat going tonight. Thank you everybody who's hanging out with us in the chat. All right, we got Flynn again, Saturday Night Chiller. Oh yeah, Glow on Channel 11. The Saturday Night Horror.
Little hand that would come out, Chiller. And
it sounds familiar, but I don't remember.
It would be
like Saturday Night Chiller. And what was the other one? I think it was on ABC where they would pull into a marquee.
The $1 Million Movie or something like that.
But it was late at night. It was like
it was like after the news. Yeah, it was late night.
Glow on Channel 11. Yeah, brother. Lorraine, I was glued to the Late Show and The Beast Must Die. I don't remember that.
That sounds familiar too.
We also had satellite dish the size of a spaceship trying to get international channels. Well, we know who was the wealthy kid on the block.
See, I knew I liked Daphne. Daphne and I, we know what's going on.
Yo, you remember when it used to snow, you used to have like those big round things that you would sit on just to go down the hill? That's what the size of the satellite dishes were back in the day.
They were bigger than that. The early days, they were literally like, you see
like a Captain America shield.
NASA shit. You're like, oh my God, that's in my backyard. Like it's nonsense. That's nonsense. Yeah.
Flynn, here we go. NWA and AWA used to come on Saturday afternoon, Channel 47 after Menudo.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the cool thing. Puerto Rico had that straight to Japanese anime connection, but they also gave us that NWA wrestling, right? Because they were hooked up with the South. So I got to see Ric Flair when he was promoting stuff in Puerto Rico. I got to see Rugged Ronnie Garvin, right?
I remember when Nikita Koloff won the United States Championship, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? A Russian has the title? Like I thought it's all real, right? I was like, no.
Yeah, man. So here's what's funny is so on Saturday mornings, like we mentioned before, I used to watch WWF, right? And then there was an incident when Tito when what was the name of the group? Can-Am Connection came. It was Rick Martel and Tom Zink, and then Tom Zink bounced out of there, and Tito had to come in, and that's how they formed Strike Force. But what happened is that they were beefing with the Islanders because the Islanders were feuding with the Can-Am Connection at the time. Tom Zink bounces, and now Rick Martel doesn't have a partner. So after the Islanders have their match, they walk over to the Spanish announce table, and they beat the shit out of Tito. And that's how Tito and Rick form up. But the reason I'm bringing that up is because I saw that Saturday morning from the English version. On Tuesdays and Thursdays on Channel 47 on Telemundo, they would play the same show or different matches, but with the Spanish announce table. So when I saw it, I'm seeing it from Tito's perspective and watching him catch that ass when he said, "Pero un minuto, I'm gonna get this maricon right now." So I'm like, oh shit. So I got to see it from both ends. And then it's funny because they used to do like the promos in the back, and Frenchie Martin was doing it in Spanish. And I'm like, holy shit. So like they would have a translator there and shit like this. It was just wild watching something that I would watch Americanized and then seeing the translated version on Channel 47.
I didn't get into it that deep. I just remember the Islanders looked like the Tongan kid who was in Highlander. You know what I mean? I drew that connection. I was like, ooh. Here we go. We got Ray. If we're talking what to watch at night, me and the fellas got a movie night we're running. So which should we watch? Oh, here you go. He's asking us for some help. Apocalypse Now, Goodfellas. I'm Apocalypse
man.
Now all day, baby.
Goodfellas, man.
Yeah.
I'm Apocalypse Now.
I'm not a Goodfellas fan.
Yeah.
No.
So,
but it's better than Apocalypse Now. Apocalypse Now is a good movie, but it's like
Apocalypse Now doesn't stick the landing.
Mm-hmm.
It's good, but it doesn't really stick the landing. I think is kind of where it just
it's a lot of build up to nothing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So in that regard, Goodfellas is better. It's a better structure, and you get a complete movie, really.
Yeah.
Apocalypse Now gets a little more ambiguous and weird, and so it kind of depends on where your brain is that night.
That's true. I would suggest watching Predator.
Yeah.
The original, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Oh, question. Has anybody else seen The Running Man, the new one?
No one has seen it, literally, because it's
I saw it. It's terrible.
Oh, you were the one.
Terrible.
You were the one.
Here we
You're
go.
the sacrificial lamb. No, I knew that was going to be problematic.
Oh man,
So
Lorraine.
I knew it was going to be a problem, but I not only did I go see Running Man because they were like, hey, this is more true to the book that Stephen King wrote. I'm like, whatever. But I went to go see Edgar Wright's new movie. And this was not our Edgar Wright movie at all. And it's so disappointing. And you talk about missing the landing. Dude, this movie makes no fucking sense. It's terrible. And that's what the original source material was. I'm glad they changed it in 87 for Arnold, because this one isn't even close.
Okay. Since we're on this topic, we're all movie heads, right? We've all gone to the movies a few times this year. So our first favorite of 2025, fellas. All right. We'll start with Calderon. First favorite of 2025.
He's only seen like 2 movies.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? All right. So what's your favorite movie so far of 2025?
Like we only got 3 weeks left in the year.
Well, there's nothing coming out that's left anymore. I mean, there's
I gotta see Marty Supreme.
I guess Avatar is coming, but no one cares about that.
Fuck Avatar. Ugh.
Probably Sinners.
Okay.
Definitely in my top 5.
Cool.
Yep. Top 5 of the year.
Sinners didn't make my top half. No, it made my top half. It made my top
maybe what was it called? Late Night with the Devil? Is that what it's called?
No, that's last year, but that's
last year.
Wild pick to be your favorite.
Yeah.
I really like that movie.
I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going with Sinners. Okay.
I will go with Sinners if we're talking this year. Yeah.
Okay. Tom, your favorite movie of 2025?
It's really between. Well, I hated almost everything this year, so it really comes down between two movies for me. The one that I put on that is currently at the top, but it's battling me every time I post something for me to switch it back. And it's really only because I have a bias towards the content is Wicked. I don't think it's
the new one.
The new one, yeah.
Ooh,
I don't think it's a great. I don't think it's a great movie. I think the first Wicked is immensely better. Like most people 100%. Agree with it. It's immensely better.
That second one was so rushed.
Totally. I totally agree. But for me, I have I have never read the book. I've never seen the show. So I have no context of the story, right? All I know is the Wizard of Oz. I know the context of Oz, the world, all that kind of stuff. So even though I was watching the movie and going, fix that, I still was engaged for it. I was like, take me where you want to go. And again, it did not stick the landing. I did not like the ending. I don't know how accurate that is to the play or the book or anything. So all I can judge it on is what I saw. And I didn't really like that. And so, but then the other movie that was my top and then got switched out was The Long Walk.
Yeah.
Ooh. And The Long Walk, I think, is a much better movie, like without question, but it also does not stick the landing. And I think if you were to be like, let's watch one right now, The Long Walk, you got to be prepared for a certain type of thing to sit through The Long Walk again. Yeah. Whereas Wicked, you can kind of just let it go. It's music, it's stuff, and you can kind of be like, let's watch Wicked.
A different movie.
Yeah. Yes. So that's really the only reason that The Wicked is on top, is that I think it's a more rewatchable than The Long Walk. But The Long Walk is a superior film, and that's why I think by the time I get to the end and I kind of am resetting my list, like I have a sense that The Long Walk is probably going to jump back on number 1 for the final list. But those are my 2. And then in the top 5, it was like I don't remember what was in the top 5. But not great stuff. Like I did not like a lot of stuff. Like Sinners is like, I saw about 30 movies. Sinners is like halfway through for me. Thought it was okay again, but it was like 3 movies with like 3 endings, and it just kind of kept wiggling around through all of them, and none of it really landed for me.
Originally I didn't want to see Sinners at all because I saw the trailer. I was like, "Fuck this movie! It's Black from Dusk Till Dawn. That's all it is." Then I saw it. I saw it, and I was like, "All right, I was wrong." And it's very rare. I'm usually really good at looking at a trailer and knowing how this movie's gonna land. And I was wrong about this one. It was from Black from Dusk Till Dawn.
That's part of it. Yeah, that was part of the story. But then there was more story. Yeah.
Yeah. I really, really enjoyed that one, and I was pleasantly surprised by it.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sinners was your number one pick of the year?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
no.
so we're on to you, brother.
All right, so mine, and I've seen almost everything this year. Not The Long Walk. I'm really excited to see that one soon. So my number one is an easy number one, but then I've got a super close honorable mention because my number one never came out. This one I was like, yo, this one stole the show for me. So I'm gonna start with the honorable mention, and it's Weapons. Weapons was just fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Oh no, I no fancy, just me. Okay.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, Weapons.
Listen, no, stop for a second. Stop. In all seriousness, this is a great moment. Okay. I hate that fucking movie. Like, I hate beginning to end. I hate this fucking movie.
Okay.
I don't understand it. I understand it. I know what happens. I get it. What is for you? What made it all the way fucking up here versus like, this is a good horror movie. I enjoyed it. Why is it like, holy shit? Because so many people are like, holy shit. And I don't see any holy shit.
I'm a huge Quentin Tarantino fan and Paul Thomas Anderson fan. So when they're telling stories, not necessarily non-linear, but when they're telling the same story from a different perspective, they relate to something earlier from somebody else's perspective, but now you get to see it play out from that other person's perspective, and now it has meaning and it brings more to the story. So I really enjoyed seeing the multiple chapters being told, but then just the mythology of it too. Like, I didn't expect it to be a witch movie. And I was like, oh, and I'm trying to figure out where's the weapons part. What? Oh, shit.
Ruined it. I just seen it.
What? Well, okay, hold on. So let's put that out. Anybody watching? We're spoiling all night, baby. We're spoiling all night. Weapons really pissed me off, bro.
Wow.
I was
for me. Let me just keep going because I want this discussion. I always want this discussion, and I try and do this on other movie shows. For me, the switcheroo stuff, like you were talking about, the Tarantino thing, like I don't mind that. It doesn't bother me. But for me, it felt like there was too much overlap every time they did it. And so you were seeing too much of the same thing before you got to something new. And so I was finding myself bored when I was like, oh, we're switching to this guy and we're going through this shit again. All right. And then eventually we get new information. Well, we're switching back to this fucking thing now, getting some new information. Like, for me, it slowed it down a lot. So, and then when we got to redacted, when we got to that part, that was the only part that I was kind of like, all right, like this is our reasoning. Like, this is what's happening. I was like, that's fine. I have no problem with that being the reason, but all of that whirlpool to get to that little blip of like, here's our reason. It just felt, everything else around it felt extraneous to me. Like,
I hate movies when they fill time by telling the same story again from a different perspective. What I liked here was that it takes one nugget to show how those characters connect, but it doesn't stay there and tell the story again. It's like, hey, we know that he's having a problem with the wife, but you two know each other and you've talked about that, but now we see what the problem with the wife was. And now we see her confront the wife and we see it and back. So we're getting all that back stuff. So I feel like everything was fleshed out. I feel that the performances themselves was just spot on.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What if you got the exact same movie, okay, all the information, but it was linear? Would it change? Would it change the film? Would it still be, oh my God? Or is it literally that filming style that sort of set it apart for you?
It's not necessarily the filming style. It was the screenplay. The way
the screenplay
played out.
The storytelling technique.
Oh shit! Did I lose my camera?
Yeah.
Your camera glitched out.
You guys were in the zone. So while you fix your camera, I just want to say, look, I was interested in it because of the new spin on the Pied Piper, right? I'm with that. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, ruining.
You know what ruined it for me was seeing
it's 9 months old, Calderon.
What? All these promo moments with the kids chasing her down. And I'm like, yeah, I can't wait, right? And I'm watching this movie, and I'm watching chapters 1 through 20, right? And I'm like, okay, we're seeing from every different angle, right? We're seeing what this person saw from the corner. We're seeing different takes on when different people entered the room. Okay, I'm putting through this. Let me see the fucking kids go off. And finally, I see the kids go off. And then I'm like, what the fuck? All fluff? All fluff, bro.
So here's the strength, though, is that the kids disappear. You don't understand why. You don't understand the purpose. You don't understand where they went, who took them, whatever the case was, right? And you really don't really find out until later on. But when you're going through everybody's story, you're seeing how the horror impacts them in some way. And the horror is so fucking superb in this film. Especially the one with the one who plays Wong in Doctor Strange, right? So I'm like,
his name
like,
is Benedict Wong. Yes.
Yeah, well, right, Benedict Wong. So like you're like, what the fuck's happening to these people? Why are they like what? And you don't have these answers. So you almost feel that anxiety of what the fuck is going on? Somebody please tell me, like, at what point are you gonna do the reveal? And then when the reveal finally comes, you're so engulfed in it that you forget about the kids. You almost feel like you're a character in the movie trying to survive this whole ordeal. So when they actually find the kids and they set the kids off for the big finale, you're like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah, man.
I had precisely none of that reaction.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Like, absolutely none.
Before you give us your number one, we got a lot of people chiming in. Let me pay them their dues over here.
Oh yeah, right? Don't forget, I got my number one though.
Yeah. We'll get to your number one. All right, Platoon or Heat would be my picks.
Heat.
Go back to recommending Heat. For Ray. Heat. Okay. I'd go Platoon. Goodfellas, according to my family lore, my father knew all the actual people the characters were based on.
That's why she had the satellite dish.
That's why she had the satellite dish. and Daphne, just so you know, Derek and I grew up in the town that was in between Howard Beach and Canarsie. So we lived through that. And most of the people in our neighborhood were airport families. So we know about the heist. We got a chit chat, girl. We got some backstory we could fill in for each other. DF1 is streaming on Apple TV. If you have it, Derek, okay.
Good movie.
For me, the best movie I saw in 25 was Sinners, but my favorite was Superman. Way to be, Ray. I'm with that. Not Ballerina, but Sinners was her number one. Oh, okay. Tom is a huge Ariana Grande fan.
Love it. I can name none of her videos. Songs.
I get
none.
it.
I'm a huge Britney Spears fan, if that counts.
Yeah. The Old Woman with a Knife is my favorite for 2025. I don't know about that one, brother. I'm sorry.
Is that the name of the movie?
I've never heard of it.
Probably. Okay. David will chime in with that again. Let us know if that's the name of the movie, brother. I enjoyed Predator Badlands.
Is that what he said? The knife?
The old woman with a knife.
Yeah.
It's probably some indie horror movie.
Yeah, probably some indie horror movie. All right. I enjoyed Predator Badlands immensely because I read too many fantasy smut novels. All right. You know.
All right. Was that any good, that movie? Like, I stayed away from it when it is.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm not telling you it's good. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine.
It's good for at-home streaming. That's what he's.
Yeah. There's no reason to rush to the theater.
Oh, Daphne, you're not the one jackass already for the Avatar movie. Again, because you read too many smut novels. All right. David, what's up, brother? Good evening.
What up,
guy? William, when the town can't figure out all the kids are running to a certain house, kind of throws it off. There you go. The Maltese Falcon is a fake. Yes. Yes, it is from South Korea. All right. And David added the link there. So if anyone wants to check out the movie, the link is right there. And that's where we're at right now, everybody. So my man, let's get to your number one.
My number one, which I'm gonna assume that nobody here saw, was P.T. Anderson's One Battle After Another. Love that movie. Best picture of the year.
One battle.
Won't go near it. Won't go near it.
Okay.
Honestly, okay. I it's one of those movies that I probably wouldn't have watched anyway. But as I started to hear people talk about it, I was like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
There's no chance. It might be something that I might stream someday, but I'm not going to go to the theater for it.
It hits it. I mean, that's the type of movie that the Oscars are made for, like acting wise, storytelling wise.
And that's exactly why I won't watch it, because most of the time, the Oscar movies that get nominated, I'm like, dude, these are not these are not for me. You know?
This is my favorite time of the year.
That they're bad,
this is
but like
the Oscars is my Super Bowl. Like this is my most exciting time of the year. So like I'm just eating everything up right now.
That's number one. Okay.
But I'm gonna throw a recommendation out there. I mean, I know we don't have any one battle after another fans out here, but there's another movie that I don't want to say it'll test your patience, but it's almost in the realm from a social commentary standpoint. It's called Eddington, Ari Aster's movie with Joaquin Phoenix and Pedro Pascal. Really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heard about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's in my top 5.
Okay. Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair.
Of course. She was awesome.
Not gonna happen here, William. I'm sorry. I'm Kill Billed out. I really am. I'm circling the wagons back around to Pulp Fiction.
So, Derek, was there 30 minutes worth of new footage in there?
To be honest with you, I don't think so. I mean, I feel like there were some small scenes that were extended. I was telling Jay yesterday, so like the animation part where they tell Oren's story, that's extended by about 5 minutes or so. Right. They don't put in the Michael J. White scene that I was really looking forward to. That's not in the movie. The scene where she's battling the crazy 88s at the House of Blue Leaves. When she pulls the eyeball out, I just found out that the reason why that went black and white originally was because it was too much blood, and so they can keep it away. So now it's in full color, so they don't have that. The cliffhanger of the first movie where David Carradine's like, "Does she know the baby's still alive?" They take that line out so that you, as the audience, will be surprised when the baby pops up in the third act of the second one. So I was like, all right, but in terms of new footage, I feel like other than the animation, I don't feel like I didn't see any new footage.
Gotcha.
Okay. I'll pass on it. Sorry. It's just not for me, guys. I did it once. It's a long movie.
Dude, 5 hours, man. It felt like nothing. Oh, I didn't even need the intermission. I was like, yo, keep going. We started yelling at the projector, like, yo, keep it going. Keep it going.
It's funny you're saying that, right? So for me, my criteria for a movie, right? Everybody goes for the cinematography, set dressing, right? Director, acting. I'm with that. I understand that. I'm not taking away anyone's kudos in those areas. But for me, right, a big part of the criteria is if it's a long movie and I can stay awake throughout the whole movie for a movie that I should not stay awake for, then it's a damn good movie, right? If it kept my interest, right? So what did not fit that criteria, and I'm a big Guillermo del Toro mark, was the Frankenstein movie. That was long. It was boring. Sorry, it didn't work. It was a beautiful looking movie. I'm a big Guillermo del Toro fan, but I feel we saw this movie also in his Pinocchio. We saw this movie also in The Shape of Water, right? I'm tired of the monster is a human, has more humanity than anybody else kind of movie. You could tell me something different. I think Guillermo del Toro's best movie, I think he peaked at Pan's Labyrinth. Sorry. That was
early in his career.
That was
basically the beginning.
That was his
mid. That
was his mid. So Frankenstein didn't work for me. I'm sorry. What did work for me is something that Tom mentioned. That was The Long Walk. Listen, going into it, seeing the commercials, the previews, it looks like a boring fucking movie. It really does. Right?
I'm sorry. The comments.
No, I can't sit through that. I can't sleep. That's what I knew this motherfucker was laughing at. All right. But The Long Walk really worked for me, right? I'm a mark. The same way Tom is a mark for the Wizard of Oz stuff, right? I'm a mark for that battle royale, for that last man standing kind of genre, right? Even the Hunger Games to an extent. This is supposed to be about kids dying. It wasn't kids. They were younger adults. But goddamn, right? And the moments that the magic happened, wow. The makeup effects were really good. Even for the small things.
Well, and the thing is that there's no weak links on the cast. All of the kids were really kids. I mean, again, they're not kids. They're like in their 20s. They were all solid. And I think that's what really saved it from, being unable to be watched by these guys just walking for 4 days until they're all dead. They all had personality. They all had character. They all had a reason to be there, et cetera, and they all pulled it off. So yeah, it was really good.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm with it. I'm recommending it. You don't have to go to the theater to see it, right? But it was definitely my pick of the year. Sinners is a close number 2.
So Long Walk is your number 1.
Long Walk is my number 1 because I also did not expect it to be as I did not expect to like it as much as I did. So that surprise for me also moves it up, right? Now, it's not perfect for everybody, but for me, it was it, right? I'm not saying it is the best movie of the year, but it is my personal favorite of the year.
Okay. Fair.
And yes, I am a mark. So Superman is up there. Superman is in the 3 spot. I can't deny it.
Fuck me.
No, Superman's in the 3 spot for me, dude. I didn't see a lot of movies in the theater. That was there.
So you saw 3 movies?
No. I saw.
That's why it's in the 3 spot.
No. Can I finish? I saw.
Was that the criteria we had to see them? Because I saw Sinners on cable. I mean, on like
no,
Netflix.
As long as you saw it this year, it's a this year movie. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah. I see stuff when it streams too. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's go back to the chat for a moment. Joaquin Phoenix and Pedro Pascal, Just for Eye Candy is number 1. Whoa, okay. I can tell you that when an eye falls out in real life, it's not that bloody. Release the Gordon Thomas.
Yes.
Okay. Next year they're re-releasing Avengers Endgame in theaters. Can you sit through that? No, I can't.
What?
The only thing good about that is like the last 40 minutes. Bro.
Endgame is not great.
No,
I love that movie.
Endgame is not great. I will say this: it is better when you connect it to Infinity War. Like if you watched it straight through, it's a better experience. But if you're just like, let's watch Endgame, I'll be like, no, let's watch the final fight, and then we can stop.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you.
But again, it's a lot like Wicked. It's a lot like Wicked for me. Like Wicked is great. Wicked for Good kind of falls down, and so Infinity War is great, and Endgame kind of falls down.
There's so many moments in Endgame. I saw that movie in the theaters 7 or 8 times, 1 or 2. All right, what does the kid say? 6, 7. But there's so many moments, and the way it starts with Hawkeye's family, with cold open, and he's there teaching her how to shoot the bow, and he turns around, the family's gone. I'm like, oh, and then Ant-Man comes back, and he's trying to deal with the loss of time and finding his family. The whole thing with Tony coming back and meeting his father, and the advice that he gets from him while his mom is pregnant with Tony, right? Dude, it's just there's so much the pain that Thor is going through because he had the opportunity to kill Thanos and he blames himself for the loss of everybody else. There's so much emotional weight in that film. It literally brings me to tears by that third act. I'm literally crying like a chick watching Titanic in the movies because, dude, that movie. It's very few movies that get me that edge.
And I'm the mark. Okay, and I'm the mark. Okay. Here we go. Let's go back to Daphne for a second. I'd be hard pressed to see the complete Lord of the Rings in theaters. I can't even see the third one in theaters.
I can't sit through any of them.
Yeah,
I don't want to watch any of them ever again.
Ever.
It's a hard one for me. I got up 5 times. Yes, the 5 endings at the end of the third one. I was just like, is this fucking over yet? And I did like it. I'm not saying I didn't. I'm just saying I can't do that again.
Yeah. I'm a one and done.
Here we go, David. You guys gave me flack when I introduced you to Battle Royale. You two guys. Yes. I'm so sorry. It took me a while. Okay. Peter Palmiotti. Anyone to watch Flow? Love that movie. I didn't see that, bro.
Is it good?
It's an animated film.
Oh, it's an animated film? Okay. Another movie that was re-released this year was John Woo's Hard Boiled. Okay.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. Well, Flow was 2024. Okay. I think I watched it this year. I didn't watch it, dude. I'll check it out. I'll look it up. Again, William.
Yeah.
Here we go, Daphne. For nerds. Yeah, I know. Weapons was, I don't know if
Thank you, great, Peter.
Brother. You got to rewind this a little bit. Rewind this. Weapons wasn't good. Well, for at least me and Tom. Calderon didn't even bring it up.
Calderon didn't even bother. So that's 3-1. That's 3-1.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, and no one liked Fantastic Four. I liked it, but it wasn't in my top favorite, brother. It wasn't in my top favorite. I liked it.
It's fine. It has problems. Of course. Just like Superman, it has fucking problems. Superman has problems up and down its spine. But I think a lot of problem with Fantastic Four was people went in looking for a superhero movie and they didn't get it. They got a science fiction movie. And if you went in with that mindset of like, I want to see the stretchy and I want to, if you want the superpowers, go watch the original Fantastic Four because they'll give you all of that all day long. But this was a sci-fi movie and it had a different setup and a different movement and a different track. But again,
it was a sci-fi movie.
It still has problems. But that's what it was.
It's so much.
But
like I want to see Pedro Pascal really figure things out, not just go to the whiteboard and like, all right, so what we got to do is we got to put shit all over the place and we're going to break. I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, he figured it out too fast. First of all, if this guy Galactus comes, he's like, yo, I'm going to eat your planet. I'm fucking you all up. Humanity's over with. And then he lets them go and give Pedro Pascal enough time to figure it out and then plant these little things across the globe. I'm like, yo, nah, I'm not buying the time that he was allotted to save the planet, and then we're just gonna bring him to New York and trap him in the backyard. Get the fuck out of here. That movie was terrible. I don't know who greenlit this fucking movie. All right, but I pray to God was you. That's why you're raising your hand?
Obviously nobody doing coke. Obviously they gotta do
not enough coke. Not enough coke.
Terrible.
All right. We got a few more topics to go over. So let's do this. Let's run through this one quick. Favorite comic book of 2025, if you got one. What's your favorite? It doesn't have to be the best produced. What's your favorite?
Who are you asking?
Pick
somebody.
You know what? I'm gonna go down there with Derek.
There you go.
I'm trying to think whatever I started, and it's not a 25, again, not a comic guy, but I started reading one of the Old Man Logan books.
Okay.
So to me, I'm just gonna go with that.
Okay. All right. Tom, where are you at?
I have a stack of books
Uh-huh.
that I have been trying to read this year. Not trying to read, but literally like I have read them, trying to read them. And invariably I will read one issue and be like, what the fuck is this? And it is Marvel and it is DC and it is Image and it is Boom and it is stuff that generally for me at minimum, it has really good art because that's what attracted me. Like, I don't know what that is, but the art's good. So let me give that a run because I can at least visualize it. But it's a stack that is just like, I don't want any of this ever again. Okay. So I don't really know what like literally a 2025 comic that I even liked was. I'm trying to think of I like Battle Beast, but that's not any sort of like brilliant thing. It's just a fun.
It's a popcorn book.
It's just a fun, it's punch them out book. Yeah.
And you know what? It's on issue number
5. 6 is coming out in a couple months.
6 is coming out? No, because the trade is out. Should be on 8 by now.
No,
right?
It's stopped. It's on hiatus.
Oh, okay.
6 comes out, I think, in January or February. Yeah.
Okay. And so then up to 6, it was still ranking in the top.
Yeah, no, it's a fun. It was a fun book. What the fuck else did I buy? I can't even think of what I was buying, and I was trying weird shit too. I was like, okay, give me something out of Marvel that I've never really read before. Let's go here, and it just wasn't working. I mean, I don't think there's anything at this point outside of Battle Beast that I'd be like, this is a legitimately good book.
Okay.
No.
Let me ask you guys a question, because again, I'm not the comic guy, but have you guys ever blind bought based on the artwork that's on the cover alone? Like, I don't know shit about this thing. I haven't followed the story, but that cover's badass. Let me see what it's about.
Once in a blue moon.
No.
Once in a blue moon.
I will pick up a book because of the cover, and I'll be like, ooh. But if the insides are garbage,
trash,
then it doesn't matter what the cover is, unless I'm collecting that particular artist, which in some cases I do. Like, I buy Art Adams stuff, just doesn't matter what it is. I'll just buy Art Adams stuff. But yeah, if it's just like, oh, that's a cool cover, I don't know who drew it, but the insides are like some dude's 8-year-old cousin from down the street, I'm like, no, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Well, I fucked up with that because I bought Sectors from the Cell Company, right? Because whatever, I'm an 80s kid. I'm a toy mark, right?
But that art wasn't terrible, but the story was terrible.
Dude, no, it was both.
The art's okay in that book. It's nothing like over the top. It's not Ryan Otley. It's not like special, right? But it's not. It's if that guy came to you with samples, you'd be like, yeah, I could hire that guy.
Okay, fair enough, right? I just don't think it worked for that book. Right,
Okay.
The same way, like Mike Mignola's Hellboy stuff would not work in X-Men, which they tried. It didn't work. Right, Calderon, favorite comic of the year, or series, or whatever.
Well, I got Red Coat.
Okay.
Which is Ghost Machine, Jeff Johns.
Okay.
And I got Bug Wars.
I'm with you on that. I like Bug Wars.
Jason Aaron?
Jason Aaron and oh my
God. Something I can't
remember. Muhammad Azrar.
Yes, Azrar. Right. He was doing the Conan stuff. Which on Bug Wars. Yes. I'm gonna go with from Image Exquisite Corpses. They're on issue number 8. And I mentioned this earlier. I'm a mark for the whole Battle Royale.
Who's writing it?
James. See, here's the cool thing. James Tynion is show running it. Right. He's bringing.
I'm off that train.
I get it. But here's the thing, right? The whole Battle Royale setup. Bunch of killers go into a town. Last man standing. Right. You can kill as many people as you want to bring your body count up, but also the other 12 killers that are
that's really original. That's an original concept.
No, it's not. But here's what's original about it, right? He's show running, but he's bringing in different people to write each individual issue. So they're giving the lead for that issue, the lead assassin, a different voice.
Okay.
So I like that. I'm popping for that.
I mean, that's cool.
Another honorable mention for me is from Mad Cave, a pastime, and it's turn of the century America when baseball was going from day games and barn burners to night games, and a vampire, someone who was an American in World War I who got turned into a vampire, wants to play baseball. And he is sabotaging the day games so he can play night games.
And there's a great example of like a concept that I like, and because I just saw that book, and because I'd heard about it somewhere. I saw it on the comic shop when I was down there a couple weeks ago, and I picked it up and I looked at the insides and I was like, nope.
Well, okay.
I can't look at that. I can't look at that art. So there was no way I could ever wrap my head into the story. But I do like the concept. I like the concept a lot.
And I like that it was only 5 issues and it was done.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Well, it's like a limited series. That's
done
cool
for now.
I was wondering how far they can go with that concept, but
until they find a werewolf that wants to play football.
There you go.
So it's really cool. It dealt with a lot of history. Dealt with a lot of background on baseball. Again, going from day games to night games. Also with the Negro leagues, right? And it a lot of layers to that story. So yeah, favorite comics. Okay. We're gone from that. But before we move on to our next topic, let's chime in. Absolute Batman from David Flynn. Yeah. Okay. All right. Peter, I got my comics via crowdfunding, so ask me next year. William, Ultimate Spider-Man. There was only one issue that I wanted, and it was for the cover because I've got the original J. Scott Campbell cover with Mary Jane on Amazing Spider-Man, and she's sitting in the living room, legs crossed behind her, and she's got the Spider-Man t-shirt. And I only wanted his version now with the family, but that was a limited $50 cover. So so Ultimate Spider-Man. Art is most important, but interior art is what I judge. Way to go. Daphne, 12 men enter, 1 man leaves. Yes.
So if you're a mark for that stuff, are you reading DCKO?
I picked up the first 2 issues.
Okay.
I did. I picked up the first 2 issues. I don't know if I'm going to hold on. I'm giving it one more.
How many issues do you normally get before you're like, all right, I'm done.
3
I can't anymore.
I'll go 3
issues. Okay.
I'll go 3. For those who haven't read it, they killed Batman in the first issue of DCKO, and you're like, all right, they got balls. But then they had a spinoff and Batman knife fight, and not that he got killed, he got just sent to another corner of the whole KO thing.
Yeah, but it's not even Batman. This is all just variations of things, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So it's another completely pointless story.
Yes. Yes.
It's an Elseworlds thing that, by the way, that they've done this before, because they did with this with the New 52 arena stuff, where they took all of the Elseworlds characters and put them in an arena and said, okay, all the Batmans fight, and whoever comes out on the other end, that's our Batman. So they already did this before.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I fell off of a lot of DC. I did. KO, right? But I'm not reading any Marvel books at all. At all.
Is there a reason?
It's not drawing my interest. It's not.
Yeah.
You know, the whole new X-Men, I was down. I got to the party late with the whole X-Men on that island, right? But I was with it. And now it's just I don't fucking know what's going on.
Let me ask you a question about the comic industry. And I know you guys are a little biased towards this, but like in the movie business, as you start to mature your taste in cinema and film, you're like, I can't with these fucking tentpole movies and these popcorn movies. I need substance, I need story, I need acting. And now people are turning to like smaller studios like A24 and stuff like that. Is that similar to the comic game where you're like, I can't enough with there's too many Marvels, there's too many DCs, stick to one story. I'm gonna go start reading independent comics because these guys are hungry and they're keeping my attention with shit that I haven't seen before, and they don't need to rely on shit like multiverses and stuff like that just to hold my attention. Are the bigger labels, have they burnt you out? Now you just want to see something from hungry artists and storytellers on the independent
Who
scene?
wants to start?
I'll give you a short one for it, or I'll try to keep it as short as possible. I mean, the biggest issue, listen, Sturgeon's Law, 90% of everything or 95% of everything is crap, right? So Marvel and DC producing as many books as they produce, a lot of it's just not going to be good. Right, because you got a lot of journeymen, if you want to call them that, writers and artists, and so they're not producing the best work. They're producing okay work for the most part, but the real top of the heap stuff that came out of people like Alan Moore and Warren Ellis and Bill Willingham and Neil Gaiman and a bunch of other names, Frank Miller, John Byrne, so on and so forth. There's tons of names on that list. There's very few of those guys left at those companies. A lot of them just left. You know, they no longer work there. Right. So the stuff that's being produced, you have some people coming up who are good. Right. But for the most part, a lot of it's just not good, you know? And I mean,
I think to piggyback on that, a lot of why it's not good is because a good portion of what's being created in the Marvel and DC worlds is just re-Tetrising of what we've already seen. There's not a lot of like new, really hyper new creation. And obviously, and I'm not blaming anybody. We've seen the reports on this where, hey, I made this new thing and it became $1 billion franchise and I didn't see any of it. So why would anyone create for them in that regard, unless they have a contract that says they get a piece of something on the back end? Yeah. So that's where I think a lot of Marvel and DC slips, because no one's really creating. They're just well, this guy was bad, now he's good. This guy was good, now he's bad. Let's shuffle the X-Men teams again, put them in the boggle tube and see what comes out. So I don't know that there's as much like direction that there used to be, like in the just take the X-Men house, right? It used to be like John Byrne, Chris Claremont, they had that running, right? And everything went in the same direction and you knew where everything was going. Even when it crisscrossed and did weird shit, it still all went in the same place. But now you have all this X-Men stuff that's just like, woo, woo, woo. Like, there's no way for anyone to start on this stuff. And even when it does go somewhere, it stops, it retcons, it reboots, and now it goes this way. Yeah. So that's really where a lot of that problem comes from. Whereas when you come in with an indie guy, and here's let's just use Invincible, right? It's Invincible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 108. It's right there. Boom. Now, yes, he did spinoffs, but none of that was required reading, right? It wasn't like when you read X-Men, now you have to read X Factor, you have to read Excalibur. It's just read Invincible, and if you want the side stuff, we've got it for you. So that's the advantage. Walking Dead, right? We got Walking Dead, got a few side things. That's the advantage to indie stuff, is it's such an easy, it's very much like manga. You start at 1, you go to 28 and you're done, versus, whatever Marvel and DC are trying to do.
Yeah. And I think the biggest difference. Oh, go ahead, Calvin. Go ahead.
Well, to tag on to what Tom was saying, here's something that I don't know if you're aware of. Did you enjoy Captain America, the first Captain America movie?
First Avenger. Okay.
Yeah. Did you enjoy the second one?
Yeah.
Winter Soldier, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. both of those movies are based on Ed Brubaker's run on Captain America for Marvel, right? He got no money, but it's based on his stories, right? Now, mind you, Ed Brubaker's gone on. He's worked on TV and movies, afterwards, right? And I think he even done some before. And he was like, I could have written those scripts for those films, but I was never offered those scripts, right? So the guys who wrote the scripts for the movies made tons of money, right? They made, anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million per script. And then he was in Winter Soldier. He was the guy injecting Winter Soldier when he's sitting in the chair, right? And yeah. And he was saying it was surreal because he was like, the guy in the chair is making millions of dollars. The guy who's filming this is making millions of dollars. The guy over there is making millions of dollars. And I'm here. This shit's based on my stuff, and I'm not making shit.
So I understand that. The other side of that coin is, Jeff Johns, who was writing the Green Lantern book, and he wrote part of the Green Lantern movie, or one of the treatments of the Green Lantern movie, with Ryan Reynolds, to look at how shitty that was, right? But then DC started to be rectified a little bit. Started to be rectified a little bit because now you got Tom King, who did the Mr. Miracle series for DC. He is showrunner on the Mr. Miracle animated series.
But DC tends to treat those creators better than Marvel.
Well, I'm not doubting that at all. But there's also agents that need to be involved and need to push for this, right? And it ties into what I want to say to answer Derek's question, and it's that corporate synergy with the heavy hand, right? There's too much editorial edict for good stuff, whether it's storylines or talent, to develop, right? When you've got an industry-wide event every quarter, you're not allowing your teams to develop good content because they have to follow the corporate mandate. And this is one of the things that DM Ray said in the chat, right? Who hasn't had the Venom symbiote yet? The Venom movie came out and you had everybody and their fucking mom wearing a Venom variant suit or whatever, right? You've got one of the
Godzilla cover recently with the symbiote.
There you go, Godzilla with the symbiote, right? Or you got one of the nice, I don't want to say with the best character, but you've got a positive potential company lead that came out 15 years ago, right? They don't know what to do with them. They don't know how to treat them. But the Miles Morales thing has had 2 movies, and in your books, you're turning him into a vampire because you don't know where to go with it. Too many covers. We could go on, but the creative teams are not being allowed the chance to spread their wings. Whereas in independent books, you don't have that editorial hand on top of you that says, no, you can't do that. Because you're the one paying for the fucking work to get done. So you can do whatever the hell you want. I mean, if Tom wants to have, he's writing, his variation of the Oz book. And if he wants to have Dorothy come in writing fucking Battle Cat from He-Man in the Old West, he could, with fucking.
Well, I got to pay for that license, that Battle Cat license, but the rest of it I can do.
But I mean, you have to pay for the license. But I mean, if you wanted to, you can fucking do it because you know what? It's your motherfucking book. So yeah. There's a lot wrong. But these last 2 months, DC has just by a fraction of an inch eked out market share over Marvel. That's saying a lot. So let's go back.
That's just because of the absolute books.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Right. But when you do the absolute books, right? And that's opposed to Marvel dumping 50 plus covers for every release. And 50 plus covers because Bobby's shop in Oakland, California, right, can pay for his own 1,000 variant covers. And Timmy's shop in Buffalo, New York, can pay for another 500 fucking of his own fucking covers. And that's just going to boost the bottom line, right? That's going to boost the overall numbers. So when those absolute books that don't have all those covers are going up against, Spider-Man number 297 that has 50 different fucking covers, and is putting out 300,000 units because of that. They're doing pretty fucking good, dude. They're doing pretty fucking good. Go back to the chat for a moment. Meanwhile, AI gets shit for creating painfully derivative garbage. Okay. DM Ray, frustrated over pretending to care when Spider-Man variant 7952 dies. Yes. Matthew, what's up, Matthew? How we doing, bud? David, a lot of those guys don't stay on for long runs anymore on Marvel or DC. That's right, brother. Who hasn't had the Venom?
Well, there's barely a long run anymore anyway. Like if you get a year out of a book, you've done pretty well.
Has anyone read Assorted Crisis Events? It's Image. I have the first issue, but I haven't read it yet. 7 issues are out. It's supposed to be very good. I haven't read it yet, bro, but we'll take a look at it. My supernatural mystery comic, The Night Slayers, being serialized in global. Okay, way to go, bud. But also, once the numbers start dwindling, the end the series start dwindling, the end the series, and start a new volume. Okay.
Hang on a second. Let me just throw this in there. So when you're talking about the major distributor, not distributors, but labels like Marvel and DC and stuff like that, in the film business, sometimes a good script and great performances and stuff like that get lost in the editing process, or maybe even the pre-production process, when the studio starts getting involved, saying, hey, listen, we need to change it up because we got to sell action figures, lunchboxes, all this other shit. And there's product placement, and then suits and ties get involved, and they don't have a creative bone in their body, and then now we're making a movie because we have to go get our profit back of what we dumped into it. Does that happen in comics? Like, are the labels getting involved? Are the people who aren't creative getting involved and damaging the storytelling just to make sure that they're hitting certain goals? Because I mean, not that it's similar, but it's not similar. But look what happened to the baseball card game. I mean, when I was growing up, it was Topps, Fleer, and Donruss, and now Topps comes out with 22 different fucking cards a year, and I'm just like, yo, the value's gone. Who got involved here? Who thought it was good to say, hey, we got your regular Topps cards, but now we need to sell these other ones that are Chrome editions, and you're searching for the one that has Mike Trout's jersey in it.
Let me tell you a quick story about that, my friend. When I was back in the early 2000s, I was working for a sports card shop. I'm going to keep all of this low, but it was a big sports card shop. We were doing stuff. We were working with like MLB and NASCAR and like NFL. Like we were doing stuff. And so there was a time where Topps came to our shop because we had all this stuff. And Topps, basically the gist of this particular meeting was, listen, guys, we don't know what the fuck to do anymore. You guys have some ideas of how to, sort of spruce up. This was in the time when like jersey cards were kind of starting to happen and autograph cards. That stuff was kind of happening, but it wasn't like as prolific as it is now. Early 2000s, 2000s. Yeah. And we gave them some ideas with this, like the collectors do this and so on and so on. And then not long after, like the next year, Topps was putting out product where they were like, hey, you could open a pack and get actual real money in it. Like they were putting $100 bills in packs, right? So the card world has been a disaster for a very, very long time. And they have now leaned heavily into just the idea of collector only, like one of ones, one of tens, whatever, all this kind of crap. And so it's become day trading rather than really truly collecting. So comics are now, here's the problem. Comics are sort of starting to lean into that as well. All of those variants that Jay talked about, where they're doing like 50 per issue, doing blind bags. Not that blind bags are a problem, because they're basically just a pack of cards, right? Blind bags aren't a problem, but they're coming very prolific in the industry. It's almost like every time you do something, you have to have a blind bag in order for this to work, right? That's a problem. And then anytime anybody opens one, all I ever hear is, oh, I got that 1 in 1,000. I'm sending it to CGC. Like there's no love of what it is. There's only the love of what I can flip it for. And that's where comics are starting to drift into, which is to me probably.
But I can understand comics saying, hey, listen, we have the same story and 50 different covers because one was designed by this one or that one, or this one's black and white and that one's chrome, whatever the fuck the case is. But once you open it up, are the suits and the corporations getting involved to compromise the creative integrity of the story itself?
Yes,
I think. Jay, you want to go? Or you want me to?
Well, I was going to say, I mentioned it already. They turned fucking Miles Morales into a vampire because vampires sell. Vampires sell. They don't know what to do with the kid. They don't know what to do with the book. But get it, Calderon.
I think one of the biggest issues is that editorial of Marvel and DC, most of them, I would say like 95% of them are frustrated writers who never made it and don't have enough talent to make it in that game. Back in the day, when you look at the comics from the 80s and even the early 90s, a lot of the editorial staff were former writers or were writers, and they would teach their writers how to write. Okay, you had guys like Archie Goodwin, you had guys like Jim Shooter, you had
Dennis
guys
O'Neil.
like Denny O'Neil, definitely. So on and so forth. There was a lot of those guys out there, and those guys guided people. You understand? And every now and again, they would break out and write something, and then they would just have and a lot of them did the editorial jobs is because they had they were steady checks. They got medical, dental, they got all that stuff. You understand? Whereas a freelancer doesn't get that.
Right.
Yeah, you just get paid and you're on your way after that.
Not all of them did editorial. Some of them were in the advertising, some of them were in the sales department, some of the writers. Yeah, they double dipped so they can get that. But
for sure. But I think one of the big issues now is that a lot of the editorial, look, a lot of them are probably just frustrated writers. That's usually what they say about editors. If you're an editor, you're probably a frustrated writer at some point, And I wouldn't even say they're frustrated writers. They're writers. Are they any good? Who knows? I mean, I'd love to see some of their work. I mean,
here we go. Daphne's chiming in with that. Your wings don't matter if you suck already, so you can't spread them. All right. After the jump,
coming in hot.
Daphne's got some takes, brother. She's got She's got to ear to the ground. Fanatics took over the business. All right, and the same shit is happening in traditional publishing. Deluxe edition variant books are being pushed over, making sure they're actually publishing quality novels. Okay. All right.
Hey, man, talk just real quick. I'm just wrapping it up with this. Have you guys heard? I guess this is with the whole Pokemon cards, right? That some kid got banned from GameStop because he went in there with a little scale and he's weighing the packs of the cards.
Oh, yeah. That's old.
Oh, really? Is it? I heard. I was laughing my ass. I was like, dude, that's a fucking great.
Back in the old days, when they first started putting holograms in the card packs, because of the card stock, you used to be able to hold the card and move it, and you could feel if it was in there. So there's been tricks forever.
Yeah. Oh, and dude, you gotta watch some of these videos. The Pokemon cards, right? Those trading cards, the Magics, those are big money. Big money, and guys have gone to the extreme. I saw one video where a guy had made a tin, right? And you think that tin is his collection, so he could show it off to people. And when he's looking through the fucking books of things, he leaves the tin on this side, but the tin is sucking the card out of the sleeve.
Oh, wow.
Yes, dude.
Okay.
Yo, I mean, the dude was caught, and he had a stack in the tins from the different booths he went to during the convention, man.
Dude, that's hysterical.
Yo, I got
it's fucking Ocean's 11 of Pokemon cards.
All right, check this out. If you ever watched this YouTube video of Raekwon from Wu-Tang when he went to New York Comic Con, in the video, he's passing by or he stops to talk to a cosplayer dressed as M. Bison from Street Fighter. We were at the booth when M. Bison and his grifting partner, female, got caught for boosting Invictus watches at the convention. So she was dressed like a female Loki, and he's dressed like M. Bison. And where my booth was, we had a direct view on straight across and diagonal, and the police, bro, the Javits Center is tricked out like a Las Vegas casino. Do not let it be understated. And that was also corroborated because my neighbor, Danny, that lived down the hall from me, he worked there also. And he was like, man, there's cameras in places you don't even know. And bro, tricked the fuck out, man. Yo, she was the Loki chick was crying because she knew she got caught. And you got that M. Bison guy, and he's holding strong. No. He doesn't know that she's around the corner giving up all the beans, bro.
Yo, what's more embarrassing. Just being somebody known, being caught out there, like, oh, that's that dude, and you got pinched for fucking stealing at the show, or being known as a dude who has a fucking stealing an Invictus watch. Yo, dude, why you still? He's still. That's not what you do. That's not worth it.
I'll do you one better, right?
They sell those on cruises for like
you got boosted on a Friday night, and you're in lockup wearing Lycra, and you won't see the judge until Monday. Okay, bro? Come on, man. The smell that's coming off of you is gonna be fucking right. And then everybody else who's in lockup with you is gonna be hilarious. People with crush blind boxes trying to figure out what they are. It's a problem everywhere. Yeah. It was on the news with a guy stealing over $30,000 of Pokemon cards from the Tom Brady card shop. Whoa.
Shit.
Okay. All right. So let's continue with the theme of the night for favorites of 2025. We already did movies. We did comics. Let's go over favorite, whether it's TV show or streaming series.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
All right.
Cool. I like
all right. Tom, we're going to start with you on this one, kid.
I don't know because I don't watch TV. So a lot of the TV that I end up watching is usually like years late, just because I don't watch active TV. So,
what was your favorite this year that you might have discovered that might have been old?
Holy shit! I'm
looking for recommendations.
I really don't know. Come back to me and let me think about it because I'm more of a movie person. I don't watch a lot of TV. So let me just come back to me and let me see if I can.
So it's very hard for me to commit to something that has multiple seasons or 13 episodes because I'm like, dude, I could watch like 5 movies in the time it takes me to watch this entire season. But what I love limited series. So like, get me in 5 episodes, 8 episodes, in and out. I'm good. Tell me the whole story. I never have to come back. Well, fuck it. Since I'm talking, you mind if I say mine?
Go. You're on. You're up.
Absolutely loved Black Rabbit on Netflix with Jason Bateman and Jude Law. Fucking loved it.
All right.
Oh, I've heard of that one at least. Yeah. I almost watched it. Okay. I remember being on it. Like, I think that was in my back pocket. Like, I think I'll come here eventually. Yeah.
Okay. Calderon, where are you at on this, kid?
I enjoyed Alien Earth.
Oh.
Yeah. I enjoyed Alien Earth.
Okay. Not gonna yuck your yum, bro. Go ahead.
And then I've been watching Foundation, which is an older show from Apple, but I just got access to it. I've been really enjoying that. So,
all right, okay. I don't have Apple. I think only 5 or 6 people have Apple. So
sure.
So you're one of the 5. People talk about Severance. People talk about the Jennifer Aniston show. I can't go with it, right? Stranger Things didn't do it for me. Reacher, I don't know why people, suck the Reacher teeth. It's okay, but it's 20 years too late. It would have been great in the 80s. A double feature of that and Equalizer would have been money in the bank.
Who the fuck calls me on a Tuesday night with the fucking Equalizers on? Nobody got the Wolf of Wall Street reference. Mad Max watch.
Okay. That was dead. That was the old Yes. I'm going with, it's not over yet. This Sunday's the last episode. Welcome to Derry. Holy shit. That first episode has been better than any Stephen King movie. All I gotta say is fuck them kids. Holy shit. That first episode grabbed me. It did what Castle Rock could not do. It unified the Stephen King universe without having to show any of it. You drop a mention here, you drop a mention there, you show a sign, you pick up a newspaper, you just plug those things. Great. And that first episode is a motherfucking blood bath. Wow. You didn't watch it?
I don't want any part of it. I hate it. I
did too. I did too.
I don't want any part of it.
I did too. And when I saw that first episode, I was forced to watch it. I was like, oh.
It's probably something that I will attempt one day, but I'm so out of the it game that I can't even comprehend. Like,
listen,
click play on that.
Are you at a video game after the movies that Andy Muschietti made a couple of years ago, or were you just
I was never an it person to begin with. Even the Tim Curry thing, I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
I watched the 2 new movies. I was bored out of my mind. Didn't want. I was like, this is not for me. And so when they announced this thing, I was like, there's zero reason for me to watch this.
Not the target audience. Yeah.
Apparently not.
There is a show
because I like Stephen King stuff, like you talk Long Walk and whatever. I like Stephen King stuff in general, but for whatever reason, it is just not. It does not do anything for me.
Yeah, but
so I just did a list of like the best TV shows of 2025 just to see what was on the list. It had like 100 and some odd listings. I don't know what 99% of them even are. Never even heard of most of it. But it did hit me a few things. So I've seen the first episode of The Studio, which I thought was great.
Oh, that was this year? Oh,
yeah.
Great
so
show.
The Studio is great. I do want to watch that series for sure. Mm-hmm. I've seen lots of clips like on TikTok and stuff of Landman, which looks amazing, with Billy Bob.
Yeah.
So that looks great. I want to see Landman. And then what was the other one? I've seen a lot of Tulsa King clips with Sylvester Stallone, which every time I see a clip, I'm like, this is really good. So that's another one that I'm going to lean into. And then the other stuff that has been running for a while is like Yellowstone. And there was like a spinoff one, like 1849 or something.
It sounds like you're big into Taylor Sheridan because he's the one who's doing Landman.
Couldn't tell you. I don't know who makes
Tulsa King. But if you like his style of writing, check out Mayor of Kingstown too with Jeremy Renner. It's got about 3 or 4 seasons.
I'm familiar with that one. Yeah.
Calderon, what did you have, dude?
Another show I forgot to mention that actually I enjoyed more than the Alien one is Andor.
Oh yeah,
take him off this show. Take him off this show.
I don't think it was as strong as the first season.
Right, but I like the fact that it leads right into the movie.
Yeah, 100%.
They had a lot of gaps to traverse in it.
Yeah.
But those
I didn't need 3 episodes of that wedding.
But the last 2 episodes were money.
Yeah.
I have friends. I have friends everywhere.
I might have been fatigued by the time it came for it to land.
That's what I hear with all of this Disney TV show shit. Here's 8 episodes, and everyone's like, and then you get to the last 2, and you're like, holy fuck, it's so great because of the last 2. I'm like, why don't we just make a movie then? Just give me a 2-hour movie and wrap this shit up a little tighter so I don't have to waste 8 hours of my time to get to 2 episodes that might or may not be good.
Although the Obi-Wan show is incredible, and like I couldn't get enough of that one because
I liked Obi-Wan, but I didn't like the Darth Vader part. Not the Darth Vader part, but like him and the I don't know what they're called, the Inquisitors. That threw me off. I was like, I don't want any of that. Just take me over here with Ben and Anakin. Like all of that was really good, and even the Ben and little Leia when they were running around, it filled in some gaps, and I thought that was good.
I would have liked the Darth Vader stuff. But the whole chasing baby Luke around the desert with the girl that couldn't kill Darth Vader was just like, that took me out of it. I can't watch it. That for me was like the last 30 minutes of the Matt Reeves Batman. Once the flood happens, I'm out of the movie. I'm out of the fucking movie. All right. All right. So we covered that. Now we got a few minutes left. Favorite collectible of the year. Could be whatever. It could be a mic stand from your favorite.
Listen, God damn it, Daphne, man, love it. She and I are on the same wavelength right now.
Hold on, let me see.
It's that satellite dish. We still got that satellite radiation in our heads.
All right. Before we answer that, okay. Last Samurai Standing on Netflix, bro. I tried to watch the first episode. I couldn't get through it. Ice Planet Barbarians. Okay. Pluribus is great. I keep hearing that too.
I've heard about that one.
It's the guy that made Breaking Bad. Yeah.
C Dramas, Princess Royal, and Coroner's Diaries. Okay. The Bear's a great show. Best list of 2025 seen in 2020.
Yeah. That's accurate. That is hyper accurate. Yeah. Like, I'm still trying to figure out stuff that I haven't seen in 1989, man. Like we're way off.
All right, I watch a lot of Asian cinema. I know, brother. You always had your ear to the ground on that stuff. Filoni Star Wars category. Worth watching.
That's not cinema, dude.
I agree with Tom. Way too many shows thinking there were seasons when they could have just done a movie. Yes, and yes. Although some movies also should not be made. But
there's plenty of those.
Before I went into the comments, I did ask what your favorite collectibles are. Or if you got one. Coming out of 20. There you go, buddy. There you go. The reinterpretation of Rom Space Knight. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, that's how he looks in the comic. I mean, because I like this one better than the original toy.
Yeah, well, the original was a 12-foot figure that could have gone against Shogun Warriors.
12-inch figure. I don't know what world you're living in that you were buying 12-foot figures at Toys R Us.
Yes.
She's like wrong 12 inches.
Listen, I didn't have satellite money, Tom. Okay, I didn't have satellite money, but I'm sure you did.
He's too busy doing Kegel exercises.
My wife would be so excited. All right. I see you both looking. Tom, did you get ready with anything earlier in the day?
I mean, this is the stuff I have handy. There's odds and ends kind of around the house, but not to mention the Cleopatra bust. I'm fucking excited about this.
Dude, I'm telling you, I keep looking at it. It's Battlestar Galactica. I don't know why you keep saying Cleopatra.
I never in my life would have imagined that I would have Howling toys.
Oh, nice.
Is that NECA?
Yeah,
that's NECA. Look
at
that.
I'm a big NECA fan.
Way to be on that, kid.
Wow.
Yeah. So this was on sale at Meijer, and I was like, "Yo, come on."
They need to release the news lady at the end of the movie.
All right. Yes. Listen, let me put this right now into the universe. I would buy a Karen White figure. NECA, give me a Karen White figure, and she can come with the alternate head where she becomes a werewolf at the end.
Yep.
Like, you can make this happen. Make this happen for me. And then the other toy that I got, this was actually a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive a few years ago, and it's Greta in the fancy dress from Gremlins.
That's NECA as well, right?
Yeah, this is NECA as well. Yeah,
I love NECAs.
Yeah.
So this was cool. I they did one other version of her that like is in the normal sphere, and then I just came across this one, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's even
the last
better."
5 years or so." I haven't been impressed with the licenses that the IPs that they've been making figures on. They've had some random ones. I like the horror collections. I know they came out with some stuff with John Carpenter as the thing, but I feel like they've been lacking lately, and it sucks because I really love their product.
Okay, what do you got? You got anything coming out there, Derek?
Oh, me. So I mean, my biggest hunt in my collection is my physical media collection. So like, me and Nico, we go after like the boutique stuff, Criterion collection, Kino Lorber, Arrow Video. So that's nowhere in sight. But if we're talking action figures though, I'm gonna take this one off the wall. Give me a second. I did go hunting around for these re-releases of WWE LJNs. Wow. So this was my first action figure as a kid. So to be able to have it on cardigan, because when you're a kid, you don't fucking know. I'm like, this is gonna be worth $8,000 later on. You rip that shit out and you play with it. This ain't gonna be worth shit because they mass produced these. But this was my first ever action figure, so it was great to put it in my hand again at the ripe age of 50. So it was nice. Let's go chase.
Very cool. Does the belt come off, or is that painted on?
No, it comes off. You know what's funny though? The back, they have the thing too, but now they've got new wrestlers. So they've got a John Cena one, a Logan Paul, and Dusty Rhodes with the polka dots. So,
and the police hat. It looks like
he's got the police hat.
There you go, Dusty. Dusty, baby.
Yeah.
Listen, you can't get around Dusty. Dusty the man, daddy. You know what I mean? All right. And listen, my collectibles. Everybody knows I'm a big G.I. Joe mark. I mean, look at the wall behind me. I just pulled something off, and my favorite so far this year has been this G.I. Joe Ninja 2-pack. So towards the end of the original G.I. Joe run, they got very, very comic-y. They leaned in hard to the tongue-in-cheek of it all. And this Ninja 2-pack, they were called Slice and Dice. You know, that's like I said, they leaned into it, right?
Uh-huh.
So they gave us a reinterpretation of the original looks, but they Barbied the shit out of them. So there's so much trinkets and accessories here. You can honestly, you can buy multiple packs and create 6 different ninjas out of this. So I like the ingenuity behind this set. This is an awesome set. Maybe with the plastic not reflecting that's a little better there, but it fucking works. But the pièce de résistance for me came at New York Comic Con this year. Hasbro's first time in New York. They're usually San Diego Comic Con exclusives, but she only appeared in the G.I. Joe the movie cartoon when she stood next to Serpentor as he killed Duke, the female alien whatever figure named Pythona. Collectors Club came out with her in the early 2000s, and that's like a $300 figure because she was an exclusive mailway. Towards the end, a lot of people got her. So for this coming out of New York Comic Con, this was a big for me. A big getting. There we go, and she's got the
open that up. Let's see how it poses.
Negative.
Let it breathe.
Let it breathe. Yes. But not only that, you know, they gave her the chromium prism treatment, so the box is even tricked out. It's got a nice little metallic sheen to it. I'm digging it. Nothing else has had them set. So yeah, she stays in the box.
Those things, man, when you open them, that paint.
Yeah. Well, no, you know what? NECA, yes, it's not the paint, it's the plastic. It is the plastic. These guys, it's different. But NECA, because I got a Dungeons and Dragons War Duke.
Oh, that's my jam.
From NECA. I know. And that paint smell, that paint and plastic smell was ripe, bro. Fucking ripe. Here we go. We got before we get out of here, folks, I want to go to the chat one last time and let you know what everybody's saying. Here we go. Absolute Superman from Iron Studios, right? That's what she said. Stargate. Yes, William, Slice and Dice, bro. That was the team. But you guys know my true love is in collecting hockey jerseys. I know, brother. Damn it. No, you bought that for me at New York Comic Con. How are you gonna ask? You the one. I'm not even gaslighting you on that.
Jay crying broke. Let him like, yo, I got you now, motherfucker.
You picked it up for Rich also, man. Come on.
Oh, can I borrow $5?
Rod Espinoza, hello to all. Okay. Oh, the 2-pack. Okay. I take back everything I just said a moment ago. The off-gassing adds to the value. There you go. Right? And Daphne gave me a Funko Godzilla husband, and she gets Best Sis Award. Oh, very nice. Very nice to the sisters. All right, guys. Listen, we went over a few minutes, but we had a very nice engagement in tonight's show. I want to thank everybody who was chiming in, everybody who was watching. I appreciate all of the comments. You know, you gave us not a break from the action, but you kept us going. Before we get out of here, Tom, let us know where they can find you. What you got coming up next, kid?
BigDogInc.com. Get your books. We're launching the new Legend of Oz Wicked West. Dorothy's back in January. It'll be probably the third Saturday of January. We'll be doing a lot of Oz all next year because it's the 15-year anniversary of the Oz book for us.
All right. Way to go. Derek, where can I find you, kid?
You know, I'm only on YouTube these days, so check it out. Midnight Hustle Podcast. Yeah, subscribe. Just fucking hit that button. Hook a brother up. It's free, you silly bitches. Just click.
There you go. Calderon, where can I find you, kid?
Facebook, DeviantArt, Twitter, Instagram, all those places. YouTube this Sunday with that guy and that guy. So I want to go to other people.
Okay. Okay.
Talking Laser Blast on Sunday night.
That's right.
Laser Blast. We're not talking Laser Blast. Laser Blast is done. Here I'm thinking we're finally going to get.
Why don't you have the Laser Blast action figure?
They did make it. They made the claymation.
Why don't you have one?
Because I don't fucking like the movie.
We got to get him a figure. That'll start to change his thought process.
I think so. Yeah.
You don't fucking do that for me. No.
Every time he comes on the show, he'll be like, pew, 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 pew.
Negative. Okay, now you get me a Barry Bostwick figure from fucking Megaforce. I'm down.
This guy, dude, I think you got a crush,
bro. That feathered hair in the 80s. Come on, bro.
Right.
He was able to wear Bo Derek spandex throughout the whole movie. Come on, bro. He had Darth Vader's chest piece on his thigh. Come on, bro.
Mm-hmm. He had a flying motorcycle.
Yeah, that flying motorcycle. Damn fucking right. Who doesn't love a flying motorcycle? We thought we were all going to be driving flying motorcycles.
They did that in Battlestar Galactica in 1980 first. Flying motorcycles.
Didn't that come out in 86?
1980 came out in 1980.
Oh, did? Okay, I thought they were rewinding.
And I'm pretty sure Evel Knievel did it in the 70s.
This is true.
Jumped.
Yeah, that's very true. Yes,
he jumped. Okay,
he always jumped. That was his thing.
Barry Bostwick was on a gimbal. Okay, he was on a gimbal. All right, it was safe.
Mm-hmm.
But Comic Book Streamland is a part of Unstoppable Comics, and if you want to find out all of our social media links, head on over to unstoppablecomics.com. Like Tom, like Calderon, I make comic books. And starting the beginning of January, we are going to be dropping the Storm Chasers Volume number 2. And late February, mid-March, we're going to be dropping Vicky Sticks number 2. There's a lot more stuff coming up. We've got releases every other month going into October and maybe after that as well, with a few other little morsels that we're not talking about yet until plans get more.
I'm going to tell him right now.
Spoilers.
Tell him right now.
I'll just say this. Watch for a special collectible item that will be connected through my campaign, Rosario's campaign, Calderon's campaign, and other people's campaigns throughout next year. Just watch for that.
Mm-hmm.
Way to be. All right. That's it. That's the news. That's news. That's coming out in 2026. More on that later on. All right. Mm-hmm. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Please do not forget to drop that stack of unread comics on the like, subscribe, and share buttons. And if you're catching this on the restream, make sure you say what's up in the chat so that way we can know that you stopped by, and we'll look for you next time.
Derek, Derek.
Yo.
I appreciate your enthusiasm. I love it when a guy can bring his opinion to the table. It's what I'm always looking for. So thank you for the argument. I love it.
Oh, appreciate it, man. Thank you.
There was no argument.
It was slightly heated, sir. It was slightly heated.
It's better having a conversation with somebody who knows his shit. Unlike when you talk to Jay and he can't even remember anybody's name. He's like, that guy from the thing with the girl that happened at that time.
Listen, I know my movie. I know my placements. Hey,
Battlestar Galactica came out 80 and came
very
out in
clear in the head. Coming out of that mouth, it's just
super clear in the head. Super clear in the head. All right, you know what? Before we go, without anybody looking,
mm-hmm.
One movie came out first. Running Scared.
That's a weird pick.
What was the other one?
Throw Mama from the Train.
Throw Mama from the Train. Which one came out first?
I have no idea.
Running Scared. I don't even remember that movie.
Right.
Throw Mama from the train. It has to be Running Scared, I think.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah, and I don't know my shit. All right, everybody, have a good night. Thank you. Check us out next Friday.
Super random.
Next Friday. Yeah. At least I'll be here next Friday. I hope some of the guys can come back. Good night, everybody.
Good night.